Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Monday morning. It's now the 29th day of September 2025, and this is the morning briefing. As I look out the window from the weather office today, not a bit of sunshine out there. Let me show you what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's just a low overcast, a lot of clouds streaming into Northern California this morning, but nothing in the way of rain just yet. We are, however, looking at chances of rain or some showers over the next couple of days. Doesn't mean it's going to rain continuously over the next couple of days. And in just a couple of minutes, I'll show you the models, and we'll time out when and where we're going to see some rain, and also how much rain we might be seeing. Let's go to the satellite this morning. And as you can see, yeah, large area of cloud cover here. And down below this area of cloud cover, there's also some of the marine layer. You can see it down in here. We also have some of that pushed into the valley. So we have low clouds, we have high clouds. But really, at this point, nothing showing up in the way of rain. There are some showers out in this part of it. But today's going to be one of those days where, for the valley anyway, I don't think we'll really see anything in the way of rain. However, as this moisture gets pushed up the hill, I do think we are going to see some rain, some light rain on the west slope. So think about areas above Highway 49, especially in the elevations between about 3,000 and 5,000 feet, have the best chance of seeing some rain. Let's take a look at the big picture and show you what's happening this morning. We have this deep trough moving in, and what's going to happen over the next couple of days is we have this low spinning around here off the northwest coast rather, and it continues to keep us in this cooler pattern, and embedded in that there'll be little waves that go through that bring us chances of rain. What day are we up to now? This is all the way up to Thursday, and this is Friday. Another deep trough moves in, and then into the weekend we have the high kind of building in, but behind that another low drops in. Now keep in mind, this is just the most recent run of the GFS, the 6Z run. But this does not look like a warm pattern as we get into the month of October. Instead, looks like a kind of a cool pattern. I'll get back to that in just a second, but I also wanted to touch on this, the tropics down here. This is Umberto, and this is the other storm. So let's go to, it's Imelda. I think I got that name wrong last week. So it's Imelda and Umberto. Seen a lot of tweets about this activity, so let's show you what's the latest from the National Hurricane Center is. Umberto, big storm this morning, 145 mile an hour winds, so category 4, and that's why you see an M here, major hurricane, weakening as it arcs around Bermuda and then turns extratropical as we get out into the middle part of this week. So Umberto, no issue. What about Imelda? It's been interesting to see the forecast models change here over the last few days. A couple of days ago, when this hadn't even quite formed yet, there was a lot of speculation that this was heading into the Carolinas. And people were saying it's a year after the devastating flooding from a year ago, and here we go again. But instead, because we've had weak steering currents here, instead what we're going to see is eventually does get picked up by some steering currents and takes it safely out to sea. It may go near Bermuda, but once again, another storm developing that likely is not going to impact the east coast of the United States. So that's what you see here. And again, by steering currents, I mean this kind of flow here. And as you can see, as this one here gets a little bit farther to the north, it starts getting picked up by the westerlies, if you will. And the same thing will happen here. Okay, now let's get back to our local weather. I'll get to that one in a minute. Now let's start with the HRRR. That's the one I wanted to go to. So this is today around midday, and this is the afternoon. This model isn't picking up the rain or light rain we may see on the west slope today. I have a feeling we may see some of that, even though the HRRR isn't showing it. It is showing this line of rain, and this is around 4 o'clock this afternoon, 5. It picks up in some of that west slope rain this evening. This is around 7 o'clock. But as you can see, for the valley, really nothing going on, and light rain to the north. Maybe a shower early Tuesday, and then we get the next wave coming through on Tuesday night and Wednesday, and it's this wave on Wednesday that has probably the best chance of bringing us some rain. This is as far out as the 12Z HRRR goes. So to go a little bit farther out in time, let's take a look at the NAM. So the NAM, this is this afternoon at 5, does pick up that west slope rain and shows that other area off the coast. And then as we head through the afternoon, and this is tonight, shows some rain in the valley. And then the better area on Wednesday. This is late Tuesday night. Here comes Wednesday. There you go. So that's some better rain. That's Wednesday afternoon. So for making plans, right now I would think that Wednesday has the better chance of being the day that could be a little bit wetter for outdoor plans. Not an all-day rain, but maybe in the afternoon we get some a few hours of rain that goes through. And if you look at this is the precip totals. As of this evening, it shows 1/4 of an inch of rain on the west slope, but just a trace in Sacramento. It does show about 1/3 in the Paradise Chico area. Then as we head into Tuesday, maybe a light shower, but then as you can see, as we get into Wednesday night, that's when the valley picks up some nice rain, better rain on the west slope, and beneficial rain. All of this is very beneficial rain. I'm not saying it's going to, quote unquote, end our fire season, but it's certainly helping things out. Cooler temperatures, a little bit of rain, but this isn't, even if this is exactly true, this is not enough rain to really soak the ground just yet. You need a few of these to really help to tamp down fire season. But, and the other point I'll make is that this is only enough rain to kind of temporarily wet things. And then if we had another dry north wind pick up, it would negate all of this, and you'd be back to very dry conditions of the fuels. So this isn't really going to help all that much, but it's better than nothing. And I think we should be pleased that we are getting this. But also note, statewide, it should go south of Modesto, and we're expecting very little in the way of precipitation, if probably none. And since we are a big state, there really won't be any relief from fire season just yet throughout the southern part of the state. But as we look at the big picture one more time, you'll see that we are seeing this nice troughing pattern come through, maybe a little bit of ridging, another trough. What day are we up to now? This is a week from today, so another trough comes our way. That sticks around, brief ridge, and then another trough comes our way. And this is all the way up to the 11th, 12th. All of this is really good, whether or not it's exactly true or not at this point. We really don't know. But it does look as though we are going to be seeing at least cooler weather throughout this week. Right now, the weekend looks like it's going to work out okay if you have outdoor plans. And in terms of outdoor plans, right now, to me anyway, Wednesday looks like the best chance of having any sort of impactful rain, especially in the afternoon. So if, let's say, your kids have a soccer practice in the afternoon on Wednesday, just keep your eye on the forecast for the timing of when we may see some rain. And again, we're not talking about much. The west slope will do a little bit better, maybe a nice soaking rain for areas above Highway 49 and let's say north of Twain Harte. So all in all, interesting weather as we round out this month of September and soon roll into October. That's everything I have for you on this Monday morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.